Couple great warriors out here, one of which works at 22 Kill, and it's been an unbelievable experience, and I'm just so grateful and so thankful that it's been able to come together, because it's times like this and places like this and with the people like this that you get to leave and you take a deep breath and realize, all right, yeah, I'm good. You got some fuel in the soul tank for a little while, and it takes stuff like this to do that, and the people like this, and so, man, I'm just so honored to be out here, and all of us have had such a great time, and just so grateful, so very grateful.
It's absolutely gorgeous out here. You get to see some of the most beautiful, majestic animals on the planet, and you just get to see them do their thing. And a lot of people don't get to access that. And I think when we were thinking about coming out here and they told me I could not sleep, I was like looking up what this is or what that is, and I could not do my homework enough. And I just really was like excited. I don't even think I slept like 5 to 7 days before this. I was just so pumped.
So the sun was coming up, the bucks started to come from the trees. You could feel the hair on your arms almost starting to tighten up a little bit, the tension, you know. And the funny thing is for a profession, you know, I go out and catch bad guys, but here's this buck and it has me shaking. It was just absolutely fantastic. You can feel the breeze coming through, you know, the blind windows, and as much anticipation as there was a total joy in that.
Coming here and seeing the, you know, veterans that are here, and just reconnecting with them. We didn't serve with each other, but we felt like we had a bond far exceeding just normal friendship.
Blue Collar Adventures, proudly sponsored by Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Jay called me several months ago and said, hey, Jake, you know, it's Jay Presti, and I got this hunting show, and man, I learned about 22 Kill and what you guys are doing, and would really like to do a show with you, and you bring a couple guys, and I said, man, absolutely, that'd be awesome.
And there's one place on my mind. It's the NOBLESL Bar Ranch. Cade Nobles, great friend. We go way back to college rodeo days. His place is set up perfect. We're gonna bring in some of our heroes, turn them loose on the ranch. This is their show, so we're gonna let them shoot some nice bucks and whatever else we find on the NOBLESL Bar.
The biggest battle that we have to battle when it comes to mental wellness is the stigma of even asking for help. And our first and ultimate goal is to let the men and women who wear the cloth of the nation, whether in the military or first responders or law enforcement officers and their families, to let them know it's okay to not be okay. That's okay, and it's normal. Post-traumatic stress is nothing more than a completely normal reaction to an otherwise abnormal situation.
So at least we could do is take you, have you a good weekend.
This is huge for us.
Yeah, and the weather sucks, but
Yeah, I know.
it should
Horrible.
get better.
This bad weather.
It should get better.
Yeah. I've always had that like earning to be outdoors. I love it.
Having this opportunity to meet new people and have those really deep conversations about life and experience and just appreciate things that we normally don't is just beautiful.
For me, that's what it's about. And like
Right.
having you guys here, I haven't done anything for this country like you guys have. So this is the little thing that I have a piece of this world. And if I can share that with you guys, but then also you guys can tell a story to other guys out there that look up to you guys, because there's a lot more guys look up to you than should look up to me. So I want them to see you guys out here doing it and enjoying it, and maybe some guy needs to call you and go.
Blue Collar Adventures, proudly sponsored by Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare. Wilderness Athlete, Kuiu Ultralight Hunting. 40 Fit Radio. Psionics Digital Night Vision. The best of the West shooting system.
I had to find ways to cope with things when I came home. I pushed everybody I ever loved away. I isolated myself. I wasn't myself. I wasn't at peace. I struggled with driving a lot after getting hit and, with IEDs and a Humvee and stuff. It's a problem and a process to even get to work. I didn't have a solid family base or, support system. I don't even think I would be here. All they do is, hey, anything from the neck up, forget about it. Don't even say nothing. Anything from that down, we're good to go. We'll send you, get it fixed up, get you back out there. So it was like a cultural thing to not ask for help. And when I got out, I really struggled with that because there was nothing wrong with me. I'm combat effective. No, I was not. So there was a brand new counselor out there. He was just trying to do his job. I wasn't hearing it. He was 23, never served a day in his life, and I had a chip on my shoulder, and he was sitting there trying to tell me he understood everything I was saying, and he didn't, and I knew he didn't. So I stood up in the middle of the counseling suite and said, what do you understand? What boot do you put your dog tags in? He couldn't tell me, so I was like, exactly. So I didn't go back to counseling for 8 years. I always result back to that horrible experience counseling. I know other people out there are struggling, suicidal ideations. I've lost more friends here than I did over there. Like, it's horrible. It is a problem. It is a serious issue. So mental health is a thing that is really resonated with me and spoke to me. So I had to really kind of break down my own walls and barriers and have the courage to ask for help. I went into the graduate school office. I had applied, been accepted, and registered for my first semester courses. I got into the master's program at Texas Tech for the College of Education Clinical Mental Health Counseling Program, and I've hit the ground running. It was something that I needed to do. I needed to face my fears and work on me, because the thing that I wanted most is to share my experiences and my exposure and maybe help those people in need, people that are getting out, deal with those hard to talk about conversations. Not everybody goes to counseling and gets someone that's been there, gets someone that's actually experienced some of those things. And as a veteran and first responder, I really wanted to bridge that gap and set the tone that, hey, this is an issue we all need to address and get on board with.
26 years, hadn't been shot. We'll see.
Everybody's ears good? Dude, it looks like it's 2 inches high, dead center.
I have no idea where my
Perfect dead center,
binoculars are.
2 inches high.
My father has told me that. My brother, who is a retired Special Forces Sergeant Major, he's always said the strongest people in the world are the ones that can truly look at themselves and make changes that are positive to affect others. And as a kid, you hear these kind of things like many parents have told their children, and you just kind of blow it off like, okay, but until you understand really what that means, it's earth-shattering. The strongest people are those really that hurt and have the strength, the fortitude to come forth to admit that they hurt. And there are avenues like companies like 22 Kill. I sound like a spokesman for them, but I am, because I was that person that hurt. I wasn't a warrior and I wasn't strong until I admitted that it's okay not to be okay.
Well, we're on our way to getting the blind. What are your thoughts?
I haven't slept in 3 days. I'm so excited.
Sitting in the blind, knowing that Blake and David are out there, and that they just want to get on a good deer, and they're so excited to come out, so excited for the opportunity, and so excited to be a part of this whole evolution. And you're sitting out there and it's dark. You get out there before daybreak, and the sun's coming up. Animals are coming into the feeder, just deer everywhere, and it's just you're reminded of how blessed you are, because how many people really truly get to do this? And I'm just sitting there and I'm just thinking, I just need to hear 2 shots.
He is beautiful, 200. Thank you so much.
Congratulations,
Oh,
brother.
man.
Congratulations.
Look at the other buck still standing there. He doesn't even know what's going on.
I know. Get another shell.
Oh my, it's ready.
All right. Dude, great shot.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh man, look at my hands. Yeah. Just trembling. My body was just absolutely trembling, but it wasn't about the kill of the buck just necessarily. It was about the experience, and I think sometimes that's what we do in life as well. We miss the journey. Look at that deer. Wow. Oh my
That's
gosh.
a great deer.
That is beautiful.
You know what? You're gonna look at him on the wall and you're gonna remember where he grew up. He
Yep.
screams where we're at, doesn't he?
Yep. Look at that, he's starting to split on the end a little bit. Wow.
We got to watch the sunrise. We got to share stories about our life. We got to just experience this creation, man. How cool is it?
It is. It's absolutely fantastic. The deer is kind of the cherry on the top of the experience, but you're right, just good friends and meeting new people, watching the sunrise and getting to take in a beautiful buck like this, and just what an experience. And that's kind of what life is about to us, is the memories we make and those experiences. So yeah, he'll be on my wall for a long time, and a lot of good memories from this trip, and I can't thank you guys enough for having us out here and being able to enjoy such a wonderful experience. It's amazing.
Man, it's our pleasure, our honor to be here.
Now I got to show Jake and Blake.
I know.
Now the competition comes in. If not, we're going to have to spread this a little bit. It's a little bit bigger. So yeah.
We just been talking to Cade, and he's got Blake over there, and Blake's pretty mellow, calm,
Yeah,
laid
of
back,
course. Yeah, laid
doesn't
back
barely
guy.
talk.
Yeah.
And he said he's got one out there. He might have him shoot because they need to get him out of here, but he may let him shoot another one. So I'm sure he's just.
Oh, he's twitching.
I bet
yeah.
they're having
a blast.
Blue Collar Adventures, proudly sponsored by Cinnamon Creek Archery, Spot Hog, Matthews, Vortex, The Force Synoptics, Traeger Wood Pellet Grills, Pinnacle Hunting Supplies.
I went ahead and grabbed the rifle, put it up there, and presented the firearm, and started looking through the glass and thinking to myself, my grandfather actually held this rifle and looked through the scope at, whatever animal he felt like he could take. And that was something that I felt for the first time. I was 9 years old whenever he passed away, and I never really got a chance to grow up hunting with him, and I felt like he was with me the whole time.
Okay, here we go. Okay. I hit him. I hit him right on his, well.
Good shot, man.
Oh my gosh.
Good shot, baby.
It was something that I probably will never forget. And to be able to feel like he's there, like he's present, I just think that is generational wealth. I want everyone to experience that.
Shot at a deer with my grandfather's rifle for the first time. In 26 years, he passed away in a hunting accident in Meeker, Colorado. So this old gem right here was his, and yesterday we sighted it in and shot it for the first time, and it was spot on. Like, my grandfather was the last person to look through this rifle at an animal, and I got to carry on kind of that legacy for the first time in 26 years. So I felt like he's with us, kind of. Man, that's special. So
That's so great.
That's Axis. That's their warning sound.
I don't want to ever be in the woods when they're out here and not know what that was. Are you kidding me? That's awesome.
Dude. Oh my God. That was a little victory right there on that one, baby.
Oh no. that exit went. Look at that sucker, dude. Oh my God.
I don't know, like this is what I want people to see. Like, it's very therapeutic. You get the nature aspect of it. You get to harvest things, feed families. There's just so many like benefits from hunting and being in the outdoors, and a lot of people miss out on the opportunity to do that because they've never been exposed to it. So I really want to challenge people to get outside their comfort zone and get to meet people. There's a lot of times, there's a lot of conversations in deer blinds all over the country that are going on during, hunting season that, friendships are forged, relationships and stories and memories are made. And I think that's what it's all about. And being able to pass those stories and knowledge and experience on to the next generation.
You throw in a lot of these different elements and variables, life can get hectic and stressful and et cetera, et cetera. But for that moment in time, those two guys who have done so much work, not only to better themselves, but to better the people around them, their families, their friends, strangers, were in complete and utter euphoria. You can't put a price on that. You can't put a price tag on that feeling. And because of the great people of this ranch and in this show, those two guys got to get a feeling that money can't buy.
You take guys like this out, you want them to have a blast from the time they get with you till the time they go home. And Kate and I talked about it. It was the last day. There's a black buck they've been trying to find on the ranch. He's pretty elusive. We decided Blake and I are going to go chasing for the day. And when we say chasing for the day, we spent all day. Just when you think it's over and you're headed home, they call us and say, we can see him in the flat, he's 600 yards from the lodge, get over here, see if you can't get a shot at him. It's time to grab my new Best of the West, see if we can dial him up. This guy can shoot, so I know if I dial it, he sends it. We got a good chance to get this black buck finally. Just barely over him. Here goes the second shot. I know he's got him. And that's not the sound you want to hear when you pull the trigger. I got one option: get up, run 1,000 yards back to the buggy where the shells are, or he's going to get away. And when I say run, I make a lot of motion and I don't cover a lot of ground. So I ran as best I could. Guys are cracking up. I make it back, give him a bullet. Let's see what happens.
Range that bush. What is it? What's that bush?
Yes!
God, get me out of here, please, Lord. You got him, man.
We didn't have but one bullet. We shot high. And this little sweet angel of mine ran 1,000 yards to get me one more bullet. That's what.
Stand there with you, man. Standing there with you, man.
Oh
I can't believe that you hit him.
That is aggressive. I don't even know what that means.
But that was awesome. I mean, we have chased this black buck
Early.
all day over every part of this ranch.
Since the dark.
You know what though, bro? Guys like you deserve it.
Man.
Deserve to have an opportunity for it to go right.
Thanks
finally,
for not quitting on me.
After an all day, we had to have a little adversity because that's your style.
No adversity.
What? Oh, dude, that was awesome, man.
That is absolutely the epitome of what it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be. Thank everybody for making that happen, man. This is my family. This is my tribe. Like, this is something I'll take away with me for the rest of my life. It's not just a weekend thing. I felt like we forged a lot of, relationships. I learned a lot.
Blue Collar Adventures, El Bar Ranch, they are now my family, not just some people that, took us on a hunt out here and had a few days of joy.
People like Jay and Crystal and Rick and Cade, and these people are living, breathing examples of the fact that you do not have to wear a uniform to be of service to your nation. It is a huge misnomer. You just show up every day and you stay humble, you be kind, and you work hard. Right things, right reasons, the rest of it falls into place. So let's come together, let's love hard, love all the way. Let's leave the judgment at the door. And let's just all accept that we're all worthy of living well.